Sorry, I couldn't continue with that video. Okay, we'll go further. As I said, it will be in such a way that if it is with the right and the left, then it is called as asymmetry. Asymmetry is nothing but the skewness. So the meaning of skewness is a measure of a degree of a asymmetry of a frequency distribution. Frequency distribution is the values which have been distributed, the data's value which have been given, that is with the x value, that will be distributed either of the two sides, which will be left or the right. So that is known as with the skewness. Okay, so here if mean, median, mode, all the three are equal, that will be where zero skewness will be there, because all the three are lying at one point of a direction. So it is known as with a symmetric distribution. If it is a positive, whatever the value we get with the mean, median and mode, if it is more than with a 0, then it will be a positively skewed. So positive, whatever the value we get with the positive value which will be more than the 0, then it will be known as a positively skewed. If it is a negatively skewed, it is a left side skewness, where the mean will be less than with the median will be less than with the mode. So measures of skewness are being divided into two categories, as we have already discussed about the absolute and the relative. Absolute says the units of measurement, whereas relative it says with the measurement of values in the form of ratios or with the percentage. Okay, the skewness goes like this, that is mean minus mode. So as it is a measures of the unit, it will not give an accurate one. So here we are going to only discuss relating to the relative measure, that too only with the Karl-Pearson's, because as per your syllabus it is only with the Karl-Pearson's coefficient of skewness which we are going to deal with. The remaining three is not there for your syllabus. So we'll go for the first one. The formula goes like this. SKP says about the Karl-Pearson, skewness of Karl-Pearson's, mean minus mode divided by standard deviation by the use of symbol x bar minus z divided by sigma. When mode is ill-defined, you are going to use with this formula, that will be 3 into mean minus median divided by the standard deviation. So I have written it here. When it is ill-defined, you are going to use this formula. Okay. Okay, here we shall go for the problem now. I have taken with one simple problem where the values are given. From the following information, calculate Karl-Pearson's coefficient of skewness. So sum of x equals to 452, sum of x square equals to 24,270, mode equals to 43.7, and n is 10. So number of observation is with the 10. Here they have given only with x, so it is a small n. Here only we have got with the n numbers, it is with 10. So to get with the skewness of Karl-Pearson's, here we need to firstly find out with the mean, then with the mode, then with the standard deviation. So firstly we will calculate with the mean. I hope you remember with the formula. When it is with the raw data, which formula to use. When it is with a discrete formula, what will be your formula for the calculation of a mean. When it is a continuous, what will be the formula of a mean. Okay, do not forget the values, the formulas of mean, median and mode, what we have discussed in the central tendency chapter. Okay, so sum of x divided by n. Here they have given you the total of x values, which is 452. 450, the number of observation is with a 10, so it is 45.2, which is with the mean. We'll calculate with the standard deviation. Standard deviation formula goes like this: sum of x square divided by n minus sum of x divided by n to the whole square. So they have given you the sum of x square, which is 24,270 divided by 10. Then 452 divided by 10. Okay, by calculating we'll get 2427 minus 2043.04. So which will be this, the sigma will be 19.59. Then we'll calculate with the mode. Here directly they have given you the mode, which is 43.7. So now we'll calculate with the skewness. Mean is 45.2. Then with the mode is with a 43.7, then with the standard deviation it is a 19.59. So we'll get 0.08. So more it is on the first thing is it is more than the 0. So the other thing is it is positive. Okay. So therefore the conclusion, the Calp-Pearson's curve skewness is more than 0. So which is equals to 0.08. So hence the given distribution is positively skewed. Okay, we shall go for the next problem. From the following data, calculate Calp-Pearson's coefficient of skewness. Marks 14456. So x 14456. We have written it here. Firstly, we'll calculate with the mean. Sum of x divided by n, which is 20. Adding all the 5, which will be 4 with the mean. Median. Mode. Here mode says about the repeated value. When it is with a raw data, we need to see more number of times repeated value. So the more number of time repeated value is with a 4, which is repeated 2 times. So mode will be 4. Then the standard deviation, as it is a raw data, this will be our formula, sum of x square divided by n minus sum of x divided by n to the whole square. So after calculating this, the standard deviation value will be 1.6733. Then write down with the formula of Calp-Pearson's of skewness. Which will be 0. So conclusion, hence it is a 0 skewed, which is known as with a symmetric.